recording started. So I am logging into my console now. So in the last class, what we have discussed? We have discussed about the VPC, right? And after that, we have discussed about the subnets. And after that, we have discussed about the internet gateway. And I have discussed about the NAT gate, internet gateway, and the route tables also. You know how to create them, right? Route tables also now you know how to create. So today we are going to explore few more features in the VPC that AWS has. Like first one is NAT, stands for Network Address Translation, and NACL also we are going to implement it. So this is the one more security layer. Actually, the first level of security is security groups. Is the first level of the security in the AWS, and this NACL is the second level of the security. Okay, NACL is the second level of the security, and after that finally we will discuss about what is reachability analyzer in AWS. So all the documents I have already created. Those documents I am going to share you after this practical part. Okay, after the practical session that we complete, then I will share with you in the group. So please go through the documentation, right? Thank you. Now let's log into the console. So right now I am in which region? Lalita garu, good evening. Good evening, Dean Kumar.
Sir, good evening, sir. Mumbai region lo undi, sir.
Yes, I am in the Mumbai region. So first of all, in the search box, just type here VPC. So VPC, now we are going to create our own network. Up to now, we have depended on the AWS network. We have used their network. Now we are going to create our own network. Within our own network, we are going to deploy our machines, right? Whatever the service that we are going to create, each and everything it is going to present in our own network only. So it will improve the security, right? Now click on create VPC, select the VPC only, and give some name for your VPC. Now I am giving the name as VPC. I am going to take the name as VPC custom, right? So custom VPC I am creating. This is the name which I am giving here, and the IP address range I am giving as 28.0.0.0/16 I am taking. It means that, can anyone tell me how many IP addresses that I will get if I take /16 as value? This is the slash value.
65,530.
Yes, very good. 65,536 IP addresses I am going to get. And I told you that AWS is going to reserve 5 IP addresses in total. First 4 and last 1 IP addresses will be reserved. Now click on create VPC. Whenever you create VPC, this thing will happen. Whenever you going to create subnet, this thing will happen. In the subnet level also, every time whenever you create subnet, every time AWS is going to reserve 5 IP addresses like VPC, right? So now the next thing, we need to create these subnets. Inside the VPC, we need to have the subnets. Now click on create subnet, select your own VPC and give the subnet name. Here I am giving it as public sub 11. Now the availability zone I am going to select here, and the CIDR block. CIDR stands for classless inter-domain range, and that is nothing but the slash value. Okay. So now click on add new subnet. In many books you will see it as CIDR. When you go to the organizations, if you go to the work culture, there people will use the CIDR terminology as slash value. Now here I am taking it as private sub 11. In the availability zone, I am going to take it as AP south 1B. It doesn't mean that I have taken the Mumbai region. మీరు కూడా ముంబై రీజియన్లోనే క్రియేట్ చేయాలి VPC అనే రూల్ లేదు. యూ కెన్ ట్రై విత్ ది డిఫరెంట్ రీజియన్. నేను ఇక్కడ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 2 సబ్నెట్స్ తీసుకుంటాను. there is no restriction for you to create the subnets. It's completely up to you that how many subnets you want to create. You can create and deploy your instances in those subnets. So for the example to showcase you, I am creating here 2 subnets. Now I am saying here the range I am giving here 28.0.2.0 slash 24. Again, I'm getting 256 IPs. Click on create subnet. Now, after creating these subnets, we need to tell the AWS that we need to, okay, first of all, to get the internet to the public subnet, because in the public subnet, as I told you, we have the web applications, right? So for this, we need to assign IP. So just go to the actions and click on edit subnet settings and just check this box, auto assign IPv4 address. So just come down and click on save. Now AWS, what it will do, it will assign one IP, right? IP address to the, it will generate automatically IP address to the public subnets. Right now, go to the internet gateway. Now click on create internet gateway. So just give some name here, IGW11. Just click on create internet gateway. Now we need to attach this internet gateway to our VPC. Now click on attach to VPC. Select your VPC and click on attach internet gateway. Completed or not? Yes, done. The state was attached. It is showing the state as attached. Now go to the route table and go to the actions. Now we need to tell, first of all, we need to create a route table, because route table decides the path, the route this internet should pass through, public subnet or private subnet. So route 11. Now select your VPC, click on create route table. Now go to actions, click on edit subnets associations. Now we are telling that this public subnet path, we are going to choose, right? So that AWS will know that we are going to use this path. Now click on save associations. Now again go to actions, click on edit routes, click on add route and select your internet gateway and the range I am giving public access. Click on save changes. Right, I am done with these changes. So again, after this you can go to, right, I think we already done with this subnet associations. Right, the next thing what we need to do, we need to create and deploy instances, right? So in the public subnet I am going to deploy web app. So click on EC2, click on launch instance. I am going to create a instance now. So instance name I am taking it as web app AWS. Come down, click on create new key pair, click on create key pair. Network settings, select your VPC and you can see we need to select this public subnet because web app should be available in the public subnet, not in the private subnet. So auto assign public IP was enabled. Now give the security group name and as well as the description. These all things in the last class already I told you, so no need to give deep explanation about these things, right? So type I am taking here as SSH. Source type I am selecting here my IP. It means that only I can, this machine, whatever the IP address this current machine is having, only I can connect to the my EC2 instance, not others, right? No one can connect even though they have the key pair, right? Now click on add one more security group rule and I am enabling here the port HTTP and giving source type as anywhere. So my application should be visible to all the end users. So that's the reason I am taking here as HTTP anywhere. Now, right, that's it. Now click on launch instance. So instance is getting created. In the meanwhile, one more instance also I am creating. Click on launch instance now and I am giving the name as database AWS. Come down and key pair I am creating, new key pair. Click on create key pair. The network settings, click on edit. Select our own VPC. Always remember we are going to deploy everything in our own network only. Now here the subnet I am taking as private subnet and the auto assign IP address was disabled. It means Not, whatever the machines that we are going to deploy in the private subnet, those machines will not get any public IP address, right? So this is the security group name which I am giving here and the description. Now come down. Now select it to source type as custom. Now I am giving the range here, or whatever the in the public subnet. Let me show you the diagram. Where is this one? Right. Now observe this diagram. Those machines which are there in the public subnet, only those machines should communicate with my database. So for that purpose, you know the range, right? Of the public subnet 28.0.1.0/24, that range I am giving. So only in the public subnet, whatever the machines that we have, only those can communicate here, right? So just I have given this one. Now click on add one more security group role. This is the database, so we need to enable this port 3306. This is the port number of the database, and source type custom, again I am giving as 28.0.1.0/24. Right. Now click on launch instance. Done. Right. Now go back to your instances, do refresh once, select your web app. Now click on connect. వెబ్ యాప్ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని క్లిక్ చేయండి, కనెక్ట్ క్లిక్ చేసి ఇక్కడ ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్ క్లయింట్ ఉంది కదా, గో టు దేర్ అండ్ కాపీ ది ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్ కమాండ్, ఓపెన్ ది కమాండ్ ప్రాంప్ట్. ఐఎమ్ కనెక్టింగ్ త్రూ ది CLI, సో జస్ట్ downloads and paste the command here. Now it will ask you for the fingerprint, just say yes. Yes, I have successfully connected to the my web app instance, the first instance I able to connect. Can you all see here? Up to here, anyone having any doubts, please ask and respond.
No, sir.
Yes.
No.
Okay, right. So now I am going to switch to root user. Now I am saying DNF install httpd-y. So now I am going to install the web server. So now I am going to switch to this location cd/where/www/html. So inside this location I am passing the command echo welcome to AWS DevOps training program, something like that. I am going to write message and I am going to save this as index.html. Right now after that I am saying service httpd start chk config httpd on. Now what I am going to do here, just I am going to copy the my instance IP and I will go to another browser and just I am going to paste here the IP address to check whether I can see my application or not. You all can see my application, I hope, right? Now, right. So now what I'm going to do means, from this first instance, now I'm going to connect to the second instance. Let me type exit here. Let me clear the screen. Now to connect to the DB instance, this is the first web app instance. You can see the IP address also 28.0.1.20. So from this I want to connect to the another machine. So this machine should have that database key pair, right? This machine should have the database key pair, right? So then only this machine can enter into the database. So first, for that purpose, with the help of WinSCP, I am going to transfer the database key into this machine. So first of all, let me copy the IP address of this machine and let me log in into the WinSCP, and the username it will ask you. The username is EC2-user and click on advanced now. Click on authentication, select the private key file and select all files. So this is the web app AWS PEM. Select this one, click on OK, click on save, OK. Okay, login, accept. Now transfer the database key into this machine. Transfer the database key into this machine. Where is that key? Key here. Now just I am going to drag and drop here. Now I am going to change the permissions for this PEM file. So only owner should have read permissions and all others should have zero permissions. Now click on OK. Now go back to your CLI and just type here ls. Now you can see that PEM file, database PEM file is available here. Now you can check the properties also by giving the command called ls space hyphen ld followed by that key pair name. Now you can see only owner is having read permission. Now from here, I want to connect to the database machine. So for that purpose, I am going to take the database SSH command. Now copy the command, go back to your CLI, and before this, pass the sudo command. So just pass sudo and it will ask fingerprint, just type yes. See, now I have connected to the database machine. From this machine I have connected to the database machine. Before that I want to show you something. Now again if I type exit, I will come back to web app instance. Now I am saying here ping google.com, ping google.com. If I say ping google.com, I am getting reply. Am I right or wrong? I am getting the reply. But now I am going to connect to the database machine. Now if I say here ping google.com, will I get the response? Can anyone tell me? Yes. Will I get response? Will I get response or not?
No, sir.
Why? Because the database is there in the, you can see here, private subnet. Because we only configure this architecture. ఇక్కడ చూడండి ఇంటర్నెట్ గేట్వే ఉంది. ఇక్కడ ఇంటర్నెట్ అనేది పబ్లిక్ సబ్నెట్కి వెళ్తుంది తప్ప ప్రైవేట్ సబ్నెట్కి అయితే వెళ్ళట్లేదు. రైట్, డేటాబేస్ కాంట్ గెట్ ఇంటర్నెట్. రైట్, సో జస్ట్ ఇప్పుడు నేను ఎంటర్ చేశాను అనుకోండి, యూ డోంట్ గెట్ ఎనీ రెస్పాన్స్, యూ డోంట్ గెట్ రిప్లై లైక్ దిస్. Sent packets, received packets, you don't get this response. Why? Because database is not having any internet access, right? But in such a case, if the database want to do some updates internally, so for that purpose it database ఏం చేయాలి అప్పుడు? ఇంటర్నెట్ అంటే డేటాబేస్లో తనని తాను వర్షన్ అప్గ్రేడ్ చేసుకోవాలనుకోండి. Its database needs to get updated, then it need to bring some updates from the server which is there which is present at the outside, right? సో అప్పుడు మరి డేటాబేస్కి మరి మనం కనుక ఇంటర్నెట్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేయాలి అంటే వీ కాంట్ ప్రొవైడ్ ది ఇంటర్నెట్ గేట్వే. ఇంటర్నెట్ గేట్వే దేనికి ఇస్తున్నాం మనం అంటే పబ్లిక్ సబ్నెట్కి ఇవ్వాలి తప్ప నాట్ ఫర్ ది డేటాబేస్. మరి అప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేయాలి అంటే వీ కెన్ డూ NAT gateway. We can implement the NAT gateway. Now for this purpose I want to provide internet for the database, but not internet gateway. I am going to provide NAT gateway here. I am going to create one NAT gateway like this. So this NAT gateway ki internet gateway ki difference enti? What is the difference between NAT gateway and internet gateway? Means NAT gateway can do only one way communication. If you give the NAT gateway, what happens means it will get the internet access from the public subnet only, from the public subnet to database, public subnet to private subnet. The database is there now, so the database, the internet will go, but ఈ డేటాబేస్లో ఉన్న సెన్సిటివ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ మాత్రం బయటికి రానివ్వదు. సో ఇట్ కెన్ డూ ద NAT gateway. What it will do? NAT gateway will do one way communication only the information, the sensitive information which is available in the database, it is not going to send through the send outside, right? Send, it will not going to send outside, but but it will bring it can bring any updates, it can bring any futures to update itself, right? So from the outside it can go to server and it can bring some features and it can update itself, right? So this thing that NAT gateway can do. So this type of thing we call it as what? This is nothing but the, we call it as NAT gateway. Now we are going to implement the NAT gateway. Now observe carefully how I am going to implement. This is nothing but the NAT gateway, right? Right. So go to your console now. Go to AWS console again. Again go to the VPC. Here you can see the security. See here you can see NAT gateway. Click on NAT gateway. Click on create NAT gateway and give the name for your NAT gateway. Just I am giving here NAT double one and the subnet, for which subnet we need to choose public subnet. As I told you, the internet will come from the public subnet and it will go through the private subnet, but whatever the sensitive information which is available in the database, that should not go out, right? So just click on allocate elastic IP. Now click on create NAT gateway. That's it. Okay, now go to the actions. Now go to the route table. Click on create route table. One more route we need to create for the NAT route. I am saying here as NAT route, and the VPC I am selecting our own VPC, custom VPC. Click on create route. Now go to the actions. Click on edit subnet associations. Select the private subnet now. Now again go to the actions. Click on edit routes. Select add route. Based on what now? Select the NAT gateway, right? So now give here 0.0.0/0 or click on save changes. That's it. Now if you go to your CLI, just again try to ping google.com. Now it, you will get the internet, the ping request, you will get the response now. But here the NAT gateway, if you go here, the state right now it is in pending state. Once it becomes active, then you will get the reply. Then you will get the reply. So just wait for it. So up to here, any doubts means, yes, you can ask guys. In the meanwhile,
No, sir.
లలిత గారు అర్థమవుతుందా మీకు? కొంచెం టిపికల్ గా ఉంటుంది కాన్సెప్ట్, కొంచెం అడ్వాన్స్ టాపిక్ ఇది. క్యాచ్ చేయగలుగుతారా?
అవును సార్, అవును సార్. మళ్ళీ నేను రిపీట్ చేసి వింటే గానీ ఒక దగ్గర కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజ్ గా ఉంటుంది. మళ్ళీ వినాలి సార్, వీడియోస్
ఎస్ ఎస్,
పెట్టండి
ఇది
సార్.
కొంచెం ఇదిగో చూడండి, మీకు ఇప్పుడు రిప్లై వస్తుంది. Previously you did not get any response. Now you are getting the reply because we have provided the internet access using NAT gateway, right? So okay guys, okay. Now next part, this is all about the NAT gateway. Next part, let's move to the NACL. NACL stands for Network Access Control List. Network Access Control List. This is the second layer of security, right? So by using this NACL, you can restrict someone who can do harm to your applications, web applications, or else you can, or or else you can restrict hackers by using this NACL. Right. So, right. Now let's go to this console and select here under the security. You see an option called NACL, Network Access Control List. Now click on Create NACL. Give some name for your NACL and select your network and click on Create Network ACL and select your NACL and go to actions, edit subnet associations. Now, before doing this step, I am going to send you my web app IP address in the WhatsApp group. Go through that once. Everyone open this link and check whether you can see the application or not. Whether you can see my application or not. Please give confirmation. వాట్సాప్లో లింక్ పంపించాను. నేను ఏదైతే స్క్రీన్ మీద చూస్తున్నానో ద సేమ్ థింగ్ కెన్ యూ ఆల్ సీ ఆర్ నాట్, ప్లీజ్ గివ్ కన్ఫర్మేషన్.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Now, what I am going to do? Now I am going to select the public sub. Now I am going to attach this NACL to my public subnet. Now I am clicking Save Changes. Now, once you all do refresh, now tell me whether you can access that application or not. Yes. Can you see now? Same
Sir,
application.
nadi ala load అవుతుంది sir.
Yeah, it will get loaded, right? It's not going to show you the, see, finally the message will come like this. Can't reach this page, right? The reason is the NACL will work on subnet level. The NACL will work under the will work on the subnet level. So under the subnet, right, under the subnet your EC2 machines are there, your EC2 machines are there. So this NACL will work on the subnet level. That's the reason you can't see that application. Now we need to enable inbound rules and outbound rules. We need to enable. Now go to the actions here, click on edit inbound rules, and just you need to enter the rule number here. Just I am giving as 100 here. The first rule I am giving SSH I am giving, and here the source I am giving as my own IP. What is my IP? Just I am going to type here. Just I am going to open the IP address. This is me, this is my IPv4 address. So just I am going to copy this. Just I am giving the source as, it means only I can connect to my EC2 machine. Now click on save changes. Again go to actions. We need to enable edit inbound rules as well as the same thing we need to do in the outbound rules also. Click on add rule. Again here the rule number. See, remember always the lowest rule number will have the highest priority, right? So just select here this SSH port. Again the destination only I can connect. Now click on save changes. Again go to the actions. Now go to the edit inbound rules, adding one more port. Again 200 I am saying. Now I am giving here HTTP. Now I am saying hello here. All the people can see the application, right? Now click on save changes. Now again same thing I am going to do in the outbound rules also. Again adding one more rule, HTTP hello. Click on save changes. Now can anyone tell me now can I access this application or not? Can now I have enabled the HTTP port and the rules also I have enabled. Now can anyone tell me whether I can see that application or not? ఇప్పుడు చూడగలుగుతామా మనం మన అప్లికేషన్ని? ఇఫ్ ఐ డూ రీఫ్రెష్, హెచ్టిటిపి ఎనేబుల్ చేశాను, ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్ కూడా ఎనేబుల్ చేశాను కదా. నౌ ఇఫ్ ఐ డూ రీఫ్రెష్, కెన్ ఐ?
తెలీదు సార్. చూడొచ్చండి. చూడొచ్చు
ఎస్ఎస్హెచ్
అనుకుంటా
ఓపెన్
సార్.
లో ఉంది, హెచ్టిటిపి ఓపెన్ లో ఉంది. Obviously we can see our application, but the thing here is it will not work. Why because see, the client machines always do communication by using communication by using ephemeral ports. Spelling emperor, right? Let me check the spelling once. There are ports called ephemeral ports. These ports the clients will use. It means the requester is going to use these ports, right? So ephemeral ports, the range starts from 1024 to 65,535 ports it will use. These many ports are there, right? So and from 0 to 1024 the reserved ports will be there, right? So when if your IP address is like this 168.0.1 or something like this, then after this IP address the one ephemeral port it is going to pick up. So it will based on this is the randomly it will happen. One ephemeral port it is going to pick up and it will do communicate to this server, right? So like this from 1024 to 65,535 any one ephemeral port will be picked up and it will do the communication through the server, because this each ephemeral port will act as one unique identification number. Unique identification, right? So we need to enable that those ephemeral ports in the NACL also. Just again go to the edit inbound rules. Now again click on add one more rule. Now I am giving the rule as rule number 300. Now I am selecting here custom TCP. I am giving the range as here 1024 to 65,535. Now click on save changes. The same thing I am going to do in the outbound also. Now again I am seeing 300 and the custom TCP and here 1024 to 65,535. Hello. Now try to refresh the application. You all can see the application. Now if I do refresh I can also see the application. See, try to do refresh once and tell me whether you all can see or not.
సార్ ఎస్ సార్.
Right. Now, as I told you, we can restrict hackers by using this NACL. Right now, what is my IP, guys? If I go to internet and say, if I check my IP address, this is my IP address, right? Now assume that now I am the hacker. Now assume that I am the hacker. This is my IP address. Now, as I am a hacker, I want to restrict myself. I want to restrict this person. Restrict this hacker. It means that except me, you all can see the application. Except me, you all will be able to see the application. Able to see the application. Okay, web application. Now I am going to restrict myself. It will not open for me, but it will open for you. Now again, I will go to inbound rules. Now adding one more rule here, I am setting it to 1999, sorry 199, and I am going to select here HTTP, and I am giving the same range. It means my IP address I am giving here, and I am saying deny. Now not allow. Just go to the outbound rules as well. Now the same thing I am doing here also, 199, and HTTP port and the IP address and deny. Now if I do refresh in my browser, now I can't able to access this again. But for you, it will work. The application will work for you, but the application will not work for me because I have restricted this IP address. Now see, it is keep on loading. You will not get any. See again, I am getting the error as can't reach this page. So this is the advantage of the NACL. This is the advantage of the NACL. Can you all open that application? Is the application working for you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The application will work for you. The application will not work for me, right? So this is about the NACL. Next, the next topic that we have in the AWS is Reachability Analyzer. The next topic is what? Reachability Analyzer. What this Reachability Analyzer means? Okay, let me show you this one. Now see, this is the complete architecture that we have designed and we have implemented this architecture, right? So as a humans, when we are doing this architecture and implementing this architecture practically, at some point we might do some mistakes. At some point we might do some mistakes, something we might configure differently, the things go wrong, right? So this what this reachability analyzer will do, it will do perform analysis. It is going to what it will do, it is going to perform analysis where the where the actual problem occurred, and it will provide, it will tell you the solution also, what mistake was happened. So based on that you can do the modifications, right? So just go to the VPC, and in the AWS console just type here reachability analyzer, reachability VPC reachability analyzer. Just this is one of the feature in the VPC. So just see here, click on create an analyze path. Before that, what I am going to do, just I am going to VPC manually. Now I am going to create problem. I am going to create problem, right? So intentionally I am going to do this. So just I am going to the route tables. Just I will select the route and go to the actions, go to edit subnets associations. Just I will uncheck the public subnet. So public subnet, if I uncheck, the application will not work. So internet will not come for the web application. So just now I want to ask the reachability analyzer to sort out the problem. So analyze path. Just I'm giving analyze path. So just the source type, it will ask you based on the instances. I am selecting here the source, it is asking. So I want to select this web app. So for that only the internet is not coming right now. So here the destination should be internet gateway destination, this Data Pro IGW. Now come down and click on create an analyze path. Now it is going to take some time, like 1 or 2 minutes, and we will do the. It is going to perform some analysis. Based on some analysis, we will get the result. Now observe carefully, all of it. It will not take much time. Just 1 minute it will take. So the request to run analysis succeeded. Just do refresh once. Status it is showing you as now not reachable. Come down and sort out the problem. Now just click on this one and it will show you the analysis, complete details. Let me go to Reachability Analyzer now. This is the thing, right, that we have created. Now select this one. Mm, Click on this one. I think source account, destination, details. I think we have selected different destination. I think so. This one I need to select. Now click on again perform analysis. Do refresh. Okay. Not reachable. Yes. Now you can see here we are getting some path details. See that we have detached that route table, right? So that same problem it is going to show you here. Why you are not getting the internet? That problem it is going to show you. Okay, so based on this there is something the route table problem is there. It is going to the show you the same thing here also. So by this you can see you can check where the exact problem occurred, right? So in this way the reachability analyzer will help you to sort out the problem in the complete architecture. Clear about this, all of you? The three things in the VPC:
Yes,
NAT
sir, video.
Gateway, NACL, and Reachability Analyzer. Previously, I have covered VPC, subnets, Internet Gateway, and the route table. These many topics we have covered. In the next class, we are going to discuss about the very important concept VPC peering. And after that, the end point. In the tomorrow session, I am going to cover these two things.
Okay, sir. Sir, ఈ వీడియో పెట్టండి సార్.
ఈ వీడియో పెట్టేస్తాను.
ఓకే
ప్లీజ్
సార్.
డూ ప్రాక్టీస్ గైస్. ప్రీవియస్ క్లాసెస్ ఏమన్నా సరే అవి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. డోంట్
సార్ నేను ఒక్కదాన్నే ఉన్నాను సార్ క్లాస్ లో.
అవునా?
అవును సార్.
లేదు వాడు ఆల్రెడీ అయిపోయింది. తను ఓల్డ్ బ్యాచ్ స్టూడెంట్.
ఓకే సార్.
వెళ్ళిపోయినట్టున్నారు. అలాగో ఇందాక మన ఎంఏ ఉంది కదా, ఎంఏ పేరేంటి?
శ్రీజ.
ఇందాక 4 o'clock వచ్చేసి క్లాస్ కొని వినేసింది.
సార్ మీరు ఇందాక ఫోన్ చేసినప్పుడు బాబుని హాస్పిటల్ తీసుకెళ్ళాను సార్, అందుకే నేను లిఫ్ట్ చేయలేదు, ఇంటి దగ్గర వదిలేసాను ఫోన్.
పర్లేదు మేడం. కాదు ఇదేంటి 4 o'clockకి మీకు అవుతుందా అని అడగడానికి చేసాము. యాక్చువల్లీ
4 o'clock అవ్వదు సార్.
అవ్వదు కదా, అదే చెప్పాను. శ్రీజ ఏమో మీకు ఫోన్ చేయమంది. ఎందుకు అవ్వదు, అవుతుంది ఆవిడకి అని చెప్పి అందని. అవ్వదు ఆవిడ, అందుకే కదా 7 o'clock అటెండ్ అవుతున్నారు అన్నాను.
ఆ టైం ఎవరు ఉండరు సార్ మా ఇంట్లో, అందరు డ్యూటీకి వెళ్ళిపోతారు, ఆ టైంకి రారు సార్ ఎవరు. అదే సార్.
ఓకే మేడం, అయితే
ఓకే సార్.
tomorrow we continue. And one more thing I forgot to tell you, and after the practice please we need to remove these all things. First of all మీరు ఏం చేస్తారంటే, అండ్ ఎలాగ డిలీట్ చేయాలో కూడా చూడండి జాగ్రత్తగా. సో జస్ట్ NACL సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోండి ఫస్ట్. select your NACL, go to actions, click on edit subnet associations and uncheck this one and click on save changes. And after that go to actions, now click on delete network ACL. After this go to AWS, ఇక్కడ EC2 instances కి వెళ్ళి అన్నీ కూడా టర్మినేట్ చేసేసేయండి. Select your instances and select the both the instances and go to instance state and terminate them. And after that once the instances are terminate అయిన తర్వాత next again go back to the VPC and go to the internet gateway, select the these gateways ఇంతకుముందు ప్రీవియస్గా క్రియేట్ చేసింది delete and this one also, select this one, go to actions, detach from VPC, go to route tables first, select your route, go to actions, edit subnet associations. Now go to internet gateway, select this, detach from VPC and VPC some map to public IP address detaching. Okay. NAT gateway delete చేస్తాం కదా మనం, చేయలేదా? Go to actions, delete NAT gateway also. So it is getting deleted. Next go to internet and we need to remove that also. సో డిలీషన్ కూడా కొంచెం లెంతీ ప్రాసెస్ కదా.
అవును సార్.
ఇప్పుడు ఇంటర్నెట్ గేట్వేకి వెళ్ళి గేట్వే సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని గో టు యాక్షన్స్, డిటాచ్ ఫ్రమ్ విపిసి, ఇంకా అవ్వలే. విపిసి రిమూవ్ చేయండి. ఇప్పుడు సెలెక్ట్ యువర్ విపిసి, గో టు యాక్షన్స్, విల్ ట్రై టు డిలీట్ విపిసి. Okay, everything deleted. That's it, madam. Thank you for attending this session.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.